judge women on the basis of like your checklist running in your head. Maybe give it a little time and effort before categorizing her as a casual sex or a wifey material, because that is complete
It's just
judgment to me.
biology.
Absolutely.
When women
That's
look at
biology.
men,
Biology. No.
they don't do that. No,
Women
when
don't do
women
the
look at
same?
men, they
You're
don't say he's
telling
a
me as a
casual
man
sex or
that
he's
it's
a
not my
long-term
biology
partner.
to
Women
be
don't
When,
do the same?
when women look at men, they don't say, oh, casual sex, long-term partner. I'm
because you're
speaking
not
in
a
general
man.
now.
You're not a man.
Women don't do the same. Women go to the guy that is
Taller,
physically,
taller,
taller, stronger,
more
etc.
money.
I
Go
am a
to the
woman
guy.
and I'm speaking. I'm
Just
a
like
woman,
men.
and I just
No.
denied it.
Let's just calm down a little bit. Let's compare the two sexes. Men look at a beautiful woman. They want to have sex with her. After they have sex, they say, she's funny, she's pretty, she seems like to be loyal, a good mother.
Feminine.
Let me go long term. Woman, usually in 2021, have dozens of partners, 3, 5, 10, 13, whatever, before getting married. I know, Lovelyn, you are the specific guy, but you are not the modern woman. You had one partner. Most women had multiple partners. And what happens?
No, I'm not saying I only had one partner.
Let me just finish, Lovelyn. Let me just finish the point. The thing is, women have these two strategies too. If he's funny, if he's cute, and if he's buffered and he's tall, I can sleep with him. But he has nothing in his head. He's not responsible. He's a ladies' guy, and he goes around and around. I'll just go be with him like 1 week, and then I'll go leave him. But at 30, when you want to get married, or 35, or 25, whatever, you look at other aspects. You look at the guy that is responsible, that will be there for you, has this shit together. You guys do exactly the same. You judge us by what we provide at the time. If he's instant or if he's long term, and we don't say anything.
It's just different. It's just different.
It's just different, but we just do the same.
Okay, we need to agree to disagree. All I want to say is that as a woman, I think Sage, William, and myself, we've been denying some of the things that you have been saying. But still, you keep coming around and say women do.
Can you give me an example?
Hold on.
Agreed.
There are three different women
Absolutely.
from 3 different maybe decades or generations, and we have denied maybe 80% of the things that you are saying. But I still keep hearing you women do this, you women do that. All I'm saying is that it's different for each of us. And like you said,
How is it working in modern day society?
No, and absolutely.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not mean to interrupt you. I was just saying.
No, go ahead. I'm done. Go ahead. Yeah.
Thank you, though. But no, that's real, though. It's just like we're over here saying that how we are and how we react and how we like just go through life with these things. And we're just being told that like it's biology, it's biology, it's biology. I don't see in biology or in our DNA that like, and I am also a woman who finds other women very attractive. So I don't see where it is in my biology to see like a big ass and big titties or
it's
like
in your biology.
and another. Okay,
No,
1 second, please.
'cause you're a female.
Please. But it's like with men who want women who are like skinny. It's the same thing that men want women or women that want men that are very tall. We have very similar expectancies on other, like on the opposite gender. And I'm sorry, I'm just a little flustered to like, just like a lot of things racing to my head while this conversation is going on. So I might be like misspeaking a little bit, but it's just like, it's how women, we have experienced our, like us saying how we feel in the past as well. It's very much the men who is projected and put on a pedestal. Their opinion, the men's opinion is always like put on the pedestal, but women, we can never just speak for ourselves. And like, especially someone who I identify with a very masculine and a very feminine spirit. I identify with men. I identify with the masculine like energy. I identify with that, but I just don't identify with this like financial, like, I don't even know that it's like in their biology to be financially like dependent. And it's like, as a woman and a man, I feel like as either partner, regardless if I'm with a woman or a man, I want to be financially independent regardless. I don't want a man to like, for me to be dependent on to rely on that money or whatever. And I don't want a man to rely on my beauty or my youth, because all of it is very surface level. We're all on the surface, and it doesn't matter about the surface because we're trying to get to that deeper level. That's all that it matters with relationships. It doesn't matter about the surface level, about the financial or how you look. And that's just how I feel personally.
No worries. Thank you for sharing that, Sage. All right. Vivian, I know you've been quiet in the corner right there. So I know we've all been speaking in it, but I want to give you an opportunity to respond, because I know you've I want to give you a chance to be a part of the podcast too, Vivian. So Vivian, what's your, you're on mute.
My audio. Okay, there we go.
Vivian, what's your thoughts?
I'm listening to everybody. Hello. And, respectfully, again, we each have our own perspective. I can see that maybe you've gathered data, but I think we're currently in a time where we're gathering new data and things have shifted a little bit, maybe not so much to such a drastic degree, but maybe slightly. So that might be something that we see later on, especially me being an anthropology student. I can tell you that there is a lot of data, and there's a lot being marketed to us in the media as well. And so I think that, it does make sense that, some people do feel this way because it's what they've been taught. And it's like you said, you guys keep saying biology. To some level, I can understand what you mean by that in terms of selecting somebody who is you can be attracted to, who, like you said, teachable, because in my culture, in this, we speak Spanish. So Portugal, right next door. So the situation is a little bit different. And if I were to interview a lot of girls in Mexico, they would say that, they have to look a certain way and they have to make all the money, and they stay home and they do what you're saying, so I can totally, your opinion is valid to me because I have seen it. Does that make sense? Like, it's like, I've seen that. That's real. It's out there. But I also think that we're in a time where there's so much happening. It is a great opportunity to open ourselves up to other perspectives. Now, here's a story. I always use the term basic bitch, man, these basic bitches, like, why can't they be like more open or thoughtful? Like, there's jealousy. Like, I'm not the jealous type. Like, if I'm dating you, I don't get jealous if you look at other women. That doesn't bother me because I have respect for you and I trust you, so that's just one example of how I can be feminine, right? And express myself in such a way. But here's the story. I was walking down the street after work, and this guy pulls in from Texas, and he's like, "Hey, what's up? How you doing? Where you from?" And I'm like, "I'm from here, LA, born and raised. Where are you from?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm from Texas," right? And I go, "Okay, cool. So what are you doing out here?" "Oh, just chilling. I fly in every now and then. I like to go out with my friends, go to the bar, kick it, smoke some weed," right? And he's like, "But something about the girls out here, man. The girls out here, whoo, the girls out here are different. Maybe it's a metropolis city thing. I don't know. New York is similar, Miami, Chicago, right? So there are certain areas within the world that do have these demographics that you speak of, because I've seen them firsthand within family members and within certain communities when I've lived there. But I've also seen that if you travel and you open yourself up to other scenarios, you might get lucky. It is a little like sad to hear, because I see a lot of people too as well for what I do, Loveline. And so in this data that I gather, when I see them, they speak of this. They speak that LA is no place for love, because what they're looking for, they can find in places like Texas, if that makes sense. And these like suburbs, so to speak, these bedroom districts, right? Where people live this way. And it's interesting. And I am very introverted and introspective. So for me, it's not that it's hard for me to share, but if you ask me, I'll let you know what I'm thinking. And so from gathering all of this information, it's like, okay, cool. This is how people live, but it sucks because I don't live that way. You know, I wish I could relate. I wish I could want that. I wish I could be like some of these people. Sometimes when I was younger, I used to be like, why can't I be like everybody else, man? Why can't I be the girl who wears the same shit like everybody else? Why can't I be the girl who's, you know, like submissive or wanting to be a wifey, you know? Like, damn, I wish I had that desire because I don't feel it in my soul. And I'm an empath too, so I am sensitive and I can be a romantic, but I still don't have that desire to fit these archetypes that have been fed to us. And I wish I could, because then I could relate to some of the things that you guys are sharing, you know, as men, right? I wish I could be that way.